Let's get rolling. Indoors. Students know that concept all too well because they spend a minimum of 1,000 hours in school every single year, and every single day they're in the same class, surrounded by the same walls, same posters, and same decorations. So according to the University of Rochester's studies published by Time magazine, spending time outdoors can actually boost mental health by a whopping 40%. It also lifts mood and helps with symptoms related to attention disorders. Spending time outdoors can actually have the most opposite effect and is actually detrimental for kids that have basic concentration issues like ADHD, autism, and ADD. Let's just take ADHD as an example. According to Stats Canada, more than 5% of school children have ADHD. School communities should reassess the way that children are learning because the youth of today will be shaping the tomorrow. An outdoor classroom is the most obvious solution to give students a breath of fresh air, and the following interviews prove that this is a common idea. We wanted to know when was the last time you went out with your class in the Cul-de-Sac?
I think like 8th grade. I don't. Really? Yeah, 8th or 9th grade. 9th grade actually with my English class.
We don't go outside often because I don't know why.
Actually, I don't remember.
Do you think we should go out more?
Yeah, definitely. It was fun because we went out and we wrote poems outside, and it was just better than staying in a class.
I feel like I concentrate more in nature because it's just more calm and.
So we wanted our outdoor classroom to be in the form of a circle because we wanted to heavily integrate First Nations culture. This is because we wanted to make the youth more aware about such a nature-based, beautiful culture and teach them lessons about the hidden world that surrounds them, so that they can grow into more open-minded people. For Native people, the circle of life is a powerful symbol that represents all the essential elements that make up life. So the different colors, the black, the white, the yellow, and the red can represent different races or different seasons. But all these elements have to work together in harmony to create that balance. Now, a lesson behind this is that human beings are an integral part of this circle and they must never hold themselves apart from it. Although people today increasingly tend to forget about or deny their powerful bonds with Earth, with Mother Nature. They think that if they remove themselves from nature and distance themselves, everything's going to be okay. But the lesson behind this is that not only do we have to take care of our bodies, but also our bonds and our ties with nature that surrounds us. And so that important lesson, we wanted to transmit to the children and to the youth. So we added it into our design. So it took a while, but we agreed on this bench design because it's simple, it's practical, and it's low cost. We called up Lowe's, yada yada yada. They gave us 75% off. So each bench that we wanted to build would cost $30, which is perfect.
Right now I'm just taking measurements on the wood and marking it down so that when we cut it, to make this little divot here, to make sure that we get the right cut and that it's even on all the pieces. It's very important for the structural integrity and obviously for aesthetics.
You guys cold?
Yeah.
So what did we just do, guys?
We just built our first bench, Mach 2 of our bench idea, which includes tires and new wood that we just purchased today with the help of Msumai.
How long does this bench take to build?
Yeah, it took us about
Like less than a period?
10 minutes, 25 minutes.
Comfortable?
Yeah,
it's
surprisingly.
really comfy. Yeah.
Adam, talk about this bench and, kind of the story behind it.
Well, this bench took us about, in terms of just work, about a week to build. So towards the end of our project, the last couple of weeks, we've been noticing that we don't really have the time to build 3 more of these. And even this one, we took so much time on it, but it's still not perfect. So we figured that we'd have to change up our idea and just try something different. And our teacher, Mr. Mai, suggested that we use tires and planks of wood on top of the tires as a different kind of more innovative bench rather than the more typical kind. So we tried it out and seems to be a big success so far. So we built 2.
They call me Picasso.
Attention all facilities, and please have all departments during.
And we're gonna build 2 more in the next week.
So how did you feel about changing the bench style?
I wasn't too mad about it.
It's healthy to have changes for such a big project like this.
Is it possible to do a project like this, especially like for us kids that we've never really done anything like this, without going through some rough patches? So I just feel like this was a learning opportunity, and we pushed through it and we worked and we found a different type of style that works.
Yeah, I like this bench, but I think the other ones are better because they're more practical and more economical.
They take way less time to build and they can fit way more kids, like about 7 kids here and 7 kids at the back.
What are we about to do right now?
Oh, we're gonna finish our last 2 benches so we can start, getting a more concrete look at what our outdoor classroom is gonna look like.
So the reason why we're painting our tires and our benches different colors is actually because these colors are representing the circle of life talked about previously. We wanted that extra boost of First Nations aspect to our project. So here's our red bench, our yellow bench was done, the black is done, only the white one's left at this point.
So you were just learning outside and I wanted to know, did you like it and what was your opinion on it?
Yes, I quite enjoyed it, and because I got to be in a different learning environment than as usual.
Were you comfortable in terms of like sitting and
Not really, because it was either you stand up or you sit on the grass, so it wasn't very comfortable.
okay.
In every indigenous culture has a different way and different colors or different ways of talking about that circularity of life, but there is a commonality. And whenever you have a circle, you have this balance concept. What you do is take a pinch. You don't need just a hint of that, and to offer your thanks and your ask. So thank you for the land that's supporting us.
Learned a lot today from the elders that were able to come and feel very blessed.
Overall, you're happy that this day happened?
Yes, for sure.
And also, we paid our respects with tobacco outside, so now we know it's gonna work.
Yes, for sure.
Has anything come to mind yet that you already know, like, this is something we should do a little bit differently or we should change?
We still have like probably the main concept of what we have like in our mind. I think we still want to keep that, but I think we had like little things like this plant's called again, the milk.
Oh,
Milkweed.
Milkweed.
Milkweed, yeah, and she was telling us how it smells really great if we use it, and that's like another idea that we wanted to do.
After the visit from our guests, we decided to rework our plan a bit to incorporate everything we newly learned. Our tire benches are now placed in the form of a diamond, kind of mimicking a circle, and with the extra tires we had, we decided to put 3 in the middle, and each of them will hold 3 sisters. In between each pair of benches, there is a tire that will hold the butterfly bush, calendula, and other plants that will attract butterflies, and we'll speak about the importance of the 3 sisters and those butterfly bushes later. The east side of the landscape that the outdoor classroom is on is open because we learned that everything starts from the east, and therefore students will have to enter the outdoor classroom from the east side.
The Three Sisters have a huge impact in the Aboriginal culture. It belongs in the Iroquois creation story and it was one of their main food sources. Also, they have a huge agricultural impact because they need each other to grow, and that's a message we wanted to have in our outdoor classroom. Help each other out to achieve a higher goal. At Lowe's, and we saw this seed package for a butterfly bush, and we were really fascinated by it. Gray would have butterflies come, and also it provides food for them. They can lay their eggs, and it smells really great. This article in Live Science stating that monarch butterflies are considered to go on the endangered species list. We were shocked. Butterflies in the endangered species list? You think you see them all the time, but really they're going extinct.
So right now I'm creating an information sticker to put inside the outdoor classroom, kind of like a reference for information for students and teachers. This one is about how to use the outdoor classroom for different subjects like science, music, geography, math, and history.
C'est une salle de classe extérieure qui peut être utilisée par vous ou n'importe qui d'autre. Alors, c'est pour que vous puissiez aller là avec votre classe.
N'est-ce pas, les amis? Il y a des fois où on peut aller faire les sciences dehors.
Certainement.
Est-ce qu'on peut aller faire les mathématiques dehors?